If I can't, good morning. Let me start it off like that. That's the best way of starting it. Good morning to everybody. Still getting myself together. Just got the kids, a good bye-bye and, getting their morning started. So let me go ahead and throw some socks on my feet and get myself preparated for another day. And some water too. Yeah, give me some water. Hey, water. I need water. Got no water. Don't know if I can drink water out there. I got it. Oh, there you go. I hope this, I use it. I know we probably all got a lot to say, because this is something that affects all of us. If it's not in your home, it still may be somebody you know, or, associate, or just something that you see in the world that just ain't clicking right and just don't seem like it's going in the right path. So I'm gonna get me some water, start my morning off right on that note. And then I'm gonna get into this conversation about generation curse. Cause I truly, truly believe, y'all, that we in a generational curse. We don't let evil just go rampant and unchecked for so long that this generation, not all of them, not all the kids, not all the young adults, but a lot of them, they got a whole nother way of looking at life, man. And I'm not trying to say they're totally wrong. I'm saying if you don't pass hope, faith, tradition, morals, values, things that held families together for generations, from one family dynamic to another. They always say every generation is a little more spoiler than the last generation, and I truly believe that. Things get a little more smoother. Things get a little more. Things become a lot more. You have a lot more freedom. You have a lot more freedom than what the last generation had. Maybe a lot less responsibilities than what the last generation had. And just seem like these young kids, these young adults. We're gonna get into it though, man. Let me get my water. blow my nose, all the good stuff, man, so I can feel good about myself. What up, dog? What it do, man? Nitty, D City, straight gritty, no pity. You already see how we get it, man. Anybody came on that journey with me last night, man, know that it was something else for me, dog. It ain't nothing I can't handle, but it was something else for me, dog. That the curse continues. The curse continues, you know, and it's sad. It's sad that somebody wanna send their kids, send their grandkids through the same damn thing, or worse, or worse. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the conversation, and like I said, you already know who you rocking with. You already know who you fading with. It's Frank Nitty, two T's like two titties, deep up in the D city. You can know how we get it. You know how we get it. Straight gritty, no pity. Just to break the ice, man. For all those may not be used to civilized things such as running water. Uh, that's what that was. That was running water. Getting me some water in the morning. Good God, Yahweh have blessed me that I don't wake up in a bando. No, I don't wake up in a bando. Oh. Thank y'all for that love already. The 5 thumbs up. I appreciate that. But y'all know it ain't even about that. It's about us continuing the conversation that we always been having to try to protect our youth, to try to guide our youth, you know, to try to give them some type of blueprint, try to give them some type of blueprint that they can take a gander, take a look on, and find their own way through their maze, through whatever obstacle that they're going through. So once again, why are we in the days of a generational curse? It really feel like that, man. It really do. When I became of a certain age, I don't know what it was, but when I became of a certain age, man, I stopped blaming my parents. Can't blame my parents for everything, right? You can't keep on blaming your parents why you haven't achieved anything in life, why you haven't conquered any of your goals. You can't keep on pointing fingers at your parents, right? Because one day you're gonna be a parent yourself, and that ain't what you want to do, dog. That ain't what you want to do. That's not smart. That's not intelligent. You know, that's not putting your best foot forward to become an adult, an independent adult, and not have excuses in this world. Not try to find excuses in this world why you haven't been about your business, dog. When you hear a kid try to use whatever they think they went through as a child for what they going through as an adult. It's a generational curse. It's somebody that don't want to take responsibility for themselves, for the things that they do or the things that they don't do. It's somebody that just want to keep on pointing fingers and basically trying to take advantage of whatever they think they can take advantage of, man. And a lot of these young kids, man, they're very violent. Don't get it twisted. A lot of these young kids are very, very violent, man. So as elders, as people that's coming up in age, we got to know, like my daddy used to tell me, maybe my mama as well, used to always tell me, though, you got to pick your battles. You got to pick your battles in life. You can't fight every fight. Every fight ain't yours to fight. I want to give out my condolence to this is something I didn't want to happen. I knew that it's part of life, though. And when you start interviewing these sickly minds out here in the world, I know it's a possibility that it can and will happen. But I wanna give my condolence. I don't care if y'all was close. I don't care if y'all was in contact with each other. Love don't have any unforeseen distance. If I'm getting the word right, I just made that up. But yeah, love don't have no it don't have no ending to it, man. You can love as far as you can love as far as your mind can imagine. So I want to give my condolence out to Christina family. We lost one in CWG. We interviewed a young woman not even a month ago. Not even a month ago, we interviewed this woman. Okay, I'll be up in there in a minute. We interviewed this woman not even a month ago, and she already have lost her life due to an overdose. She was a nice young lady. Of course she was she was lost, and she was addicted to these drugs, which all these people in these streets telling me that these drugs ain't shit. They like, man, these drugs are weak out here. They really foul and nasty, man. So they got some crappy drugs out here right now, y'all. They said they're not just mixed with fentanyl. They're basically all fentanyl. They're basically all trank. It's not no blow. It's not no heroin or blow in them at all, dog. And you can see it in their face now. Just like that one female. Well, let me just say that once again. My condolence to Christina family. All right, my deepest condolence to your family and to all those that loved her. Though they may be in her street family, her true family, or, I know she said she wanted to get back to her kid. That was the most important thing to her. And I feel so bad for the child that got to be without her mother now for good, or be without his mother for good. And yeah, but I can see the drugs. I can see the drugs. I can see the partying. where it eats their body up. Do y'all remember that one female? I just did a short on them. I did a short on them last night. But y'all remember the one female I seen in the morning, and I think I gave her a pop and a honey bun. Yeah, I think I gave her a pop and a honey bun, and I was like, speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? Next time, because I ain't had no chill on me. I was like, speak your truth. Next time I see you. I didn't realize. Excuse me, y'all. Once again, I didn't realize the young man that I interviewed that was named CJ, the one that was only like 23. I didn't realize that that was his woman. That morning she came off very, very sweet. She really came off very, very sweet. She had a glow about her. She had some big old cheeks. She had some big old cheeks. And she smiled so doggone big, man. She smiled so big. It was so, so pretty. And when I seen her last night underneath that damn garbage can, with a garbage can lid, she looked it like shit. She looked it like pure evil, man. And she spoke in that manner as well. She looked it like a gremlin. I'm not trying to put her down. I'm just telling you what partying and what these drugs are doing to these people out here, dog. I mean, it's like she aged within that little 2 weeks I seen her, man. It had to be like 2 or 3, 4. It had to be like a month ago, right? About a month ago. She like aged within a month to where I ain't even almost recognize her ass, dog. I didn't even almost recognize her. That's how fast she aged from that period of time I seen her to when I seen her last night under the garbage lid. And she was just so opposite. She was so opposite of what I remembered her as, and what when there wasn't no interview, but what the conversation was when I gave her the pop in the honey bun. She thought she could run me like her boyfriend. I'm like, look, man, I ain't even gonna get into you with no argument, but I'm not your boyfriend, dog. I'm not your boyfriend, all right? I'm a grown man. So I went on about my business because I posed to interview them, but I went on about my business and I went deeper into the hood where I actually growed up at, man, and where I'm actually from. And I ended up running into my daughter, y'all. For all those that was there with me last night on D-City TV, I ended up running into my daughter. Of course, I put the phone up. I didn't show her. I put the phone up, and of course, I nutted the fuck up, because that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. I don't need nobody telling me how to raise my kids and how to deal with my kids. I hate that, man. That makes me want to get violent or make me want to release some anger on somebody when they think they can tell you how to deal with your kids. I'm gonna deal with my kids what I feel like is appropriate, man. Yeah, flat out. I'm gonna deal with my kids what I feel like is appropriate. Though if it may be cool with you or not cool with you, I really don't give a F. So it was a wild night on that thought. It was a wild night on that thought, and I had to come home and reflect a little bit. And what I really, really just thought about, man, how my oldest child just wanted to stay lost. how she just wants to stay lost, how she just want to take advantage of everything that's devilish. She want to take advantage of everything that's devilish. And she don't want to play her role within her family, within her immediate family. As a child of God, it seems like everything about her is about taking advantage of someone else so she can get what she want, man. Right now, I feel like the only way I can save her, I feel like the only way I can save my daughter without actually putting her butt 6 feet deep. She still got to go to court. She got a case she's dealing with. So I think I'm gonna write her judge. I'm gonna call her probation officer. I will be at court. I will be in court when she's in court. I will be speaking my mind about my daughter, because I know they're gonna ask once they find out I'm in court, because I'm gonna let them know I'm in court. So I will be speaking my mind about my daughter and what she's going through. And I will be telling the judge to give her what he feels as though is appropriate to save her life. Because right now she's taking advantage of everything, and she have no responsibilities or any reason to be out here in these streets, but to cause havoc, to cause more madness, to cause more sadness, to do more evil to her own self and to her own people. I'm not gonna say all the things she done, but if I have to, once I'm in court, I will break her ass down, dog. And I'm not trying to say I'm better and better, but I ain't never been that damn evil, man. I ain't never been that damn evil. I ain't never been that evil, dog. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. Don't get me wrong. I done stole from my own mama. I have, man, when I was on drugs. I remember I gave her some money. I gave her some money for rent. And I thought because, I can flip shit, but I was using too, right? I thought because I can flip shit, I can take the money back and actually flip it before the night over and put it right back, and she'll never know, right? And y'all know that ain't how it went. That ain't how it went. I stole from my mama. All right, I stole from my mama. Everything I have did wrong in life, man, stealing from my own family, causing harm to my own family, making bad decisions that affects my own family. Turn that down. Turn that down. Do you hear me? Turn it down. Turn it down. Oh, stop. I can't deal with her right now, not with me trying to conversate, so she gonna have to cry for a minute, man. She woke up trying to get attention. She been like that all night long, so. Anyway, man, like I was saying though, I have done wrong to my own family. That's something that I have dealt with. That's something that I live with. That's something I don't sit up here and try to act like I'm better than anyone else with, man. All right, because I'm not. But I don't sit up here. I don't sit up here and continue the same path the same ignorance that I was doing in my past when I was on drugs, when I was a full blown junkie. It's good for her to cry because she need to learn patience. She need to learn patience, man. She ain't got none right now. She thinks she gonna be a baby forever. She thinks she gonna be a baby forever, and she thinks she's gonna she thinks she was gonna get away forever. And it don't work like that. You gotta teach them some things right now, so they won't keep on doing the things that they gonna do or try to do when they get older, man. So anyway, what I see right now, man, with like I said, I had to forgive myself as well as ask forgiveness from my loved ones and ask forgiveness from good Yahweh, man. And I grow and I mature and I don't make them same mistakes no more. And it's been a long time, dog. I don't know, man. I ain't perfect, but I haven't used no harsh drugs probably in, I don't know, dog. Even if I did use drugs, I'm gonna tell you how strong I am. Even if I did use drugs, which I won't, but even if I did, I wouldn't wake up doing the same damn thing. I'm just not cut like that, man. I'm not cut like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not my mentality. That's why I was always able to hustle. You know what I'm saying? I use when I'm depressed. I always use when I was depressed. I didn't try to make a everyday mess out of it that I continue to use every day without any type of pause or slowing down or doing anything else. I normally, man, wake up when I used to fuck up. I normally wake up drinking more water than anything. And then I normally, when my knees was good, when I was younger, right? I'm younger. When my knees was good, I go for a jog, man. Yeah, I go for a jog. I go for like a 2 or 3 mile jog and sweat that shit out, dog. So that way it wouldn't be in my body so tough. And I wouldn't be wanting to use like I was, man, right? But now, like I said, man, what I see with these young adults now, they're not taking accountability. They're not taking accountability of what they have done. They still trying to point fingers of what they feel as though their parents let them down from. And I like I said, every generation get better, man. My child didn't go through what I went through, and I didn't go through what my mama went through. You know what I'm saying? And my mama didn't go through what her mama went through. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, my daddy didn't go through what his daddy went through. You know what I'm saying? So every generation get a lot better. All right, I got both of y'all. Give me a moment. I remember my daddy telling me, because my daddy was from the South. And I remember my daddy telling me the way his mother, because his mother came from slavery, right? My grandmother, my bad, y'all. My grandmother and my granddaddy, on my daddy's side, came from slavery, as well as my mother, grandmother. As well as my mother and father as well. But they end up moving. My mother parents end up moving from Savannah, Georgia, here to Detroit, because, the automotive business. And my daddy came from Louisiana, man, here to find work. He hitchhiked. That's how he told me the story. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's how my daddy told me the story. He was like, I hitchhiked. You got to make it sound good. He said, I hitchhiked all the way from Louisiana, all the way to Detroit, to my uncle's house, dog. Anybody know? Anybody been rocking with me from the beginning? They know about my uncle Herbert. They know about my uncle Herbert Youngblood. Yeah, Herbert Youngblood. I ain't gonna tell y'all the rest because you can look it up for yourself. But his brother Fulton Youngblood. My daddy came to live with him, and he worked at I believe he worked at I don't get it wrong now. I know he worked at 2 plants. So I believe he worked at like I believe it was Ford's and Chrysler, something to that effect. And he was a pimp. Yeah, he was a pimp in a loan shop. And if you know about your history about Herbert Youngblood, yeah, that's my uncle, dog, and that was his brother. So anyway, my daddy came to live with him. And my uncle ended up kicking my daddy out. Yeah, my uncle ended up kicking my daddy out because my daddy thought he was a pretty boy, right? My daddy thought he was a pretty boy, so he thought he was gonna put a twist in my uncle game because my uncle was out here loan shocking and pimping, man. And so my uncle had to put him out. And that's how my daddy and mama met. That's how my daddy and mama met. My daddy was actually building houses out this way where I growed up at. He was actually building houses, and my mama and daddy met that way. And my daddy, he worked in the plants himself, man. He worked in Dodge and Chrysler, both plants. All right, he was he started off a janitor, but he ended up for like, I believe like 16 years being a steward. Yeah, being a steward. He was a plant steward. Cool job too, man. Cool job. All I remember was my daddy always took us fishing. He always took us fishing, man. He'd go in and check in at the job. This the old Chrysler plant, y'all. This the old Chrysler plant. He'd go in and check in at the job. You know, most people got to stay at their job all day long. Only thing my daddy had to do was walk the plant, dog. All he did was walk the plant. So he walked the plant, and he'd come right back like in a half an hour, and we'd go fishing, dog. So we always used to go fishing, and I know I'm getting a little lost on this story, man, but just getting y'all a little background of who I am, man, and who my people is, dog. I think every generation a little different, man, because you know the structure of the family. Like my mother and daddy was married, you know what I'm saying? Like their mother and daddy was married, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I was saying though, man, everybody generation is a little bit better. I remember my daddy telling me he used to get a whooping. He used to get disciplined, a whooping, tied up on a tree. Yeah, tied up on a tree. He said he got a whooping so long that he shitted on himself, dog. That he had shit on himself all through the doggone farm. You know what I'm saying? That's how long my grandmother used to whoop his ass. And I'm sure she was doing that because that's how she got disciplined, if not worse, man. You know, if not worse, I'm sure worse. And coming from the slave era. Let me tell you something great about my grandmother, though, man. That was so beautiful about my grandmother. Not the fact that she was just a strong, black, courageous, beautiful woman. She ended up buying the same land. She ended up buying the same land that she was enslaved on, man. Yeah, she ended up buying the same land that she was enslaved on. And that's That's the land that I own today. Yeah, that's the land that all her grandkids got a piece of. Yep, all her grandkids got a piece of that land, man. So that's something beautiful about my grandmother and my granddaddy. And I remember my mama used to tell me the way she got disciplined, it was her mother wouldn't look at one person to be wrong. Like if two of them got into it, she disciplined both of their ass, dog. First thing she did, she'll make them whoop each other. Yeah, she'll make them whoop each other with the switches. Then she'll come back and whoop their butt. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can understand where I come from. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that bad as growing up for me, but my mother would whoop our ass butt naked, man. She ain't gonna admit to it today, but that's how we got whooping, man. We got whoopings, you know, with our underwear on. With our underwear on. Sometimes she'll lock us, if we move too much, sometimes she'll lock us in between her legs. And believe me, my mama got some strong legs. She'll lock us in between her legs, our head in between our legs, and tear our behinds up, man. You know? The worst thing, I think the worst way to was get the whooping was when your mama didn't whoop you, like when she was too tired. You know what I'm saying? My mama might have been too tired from working and stuff, so she'd be too tired, and you'll think that she forgot about it. You'll think she forgot about whooping your ass, and then she'll catch you in the morning. She'll catch you in the morning before you even wake up or even get yourself prepared to go to school, man. So just reminiscing a little bit. But letting y'all know it wasn't that bad for my kid, all right? It wasn't been that bad for my kid, all right? All right? She didn't get disciplined like that. She got checked. Yeah, she got checked. But me and her mother wasn't together like that, you know what I'm saying? We had times where we was together. Well, we was never really together. She was like 4 years older than me, man. And she was the first woman I really kind of like lived with for that long of a period of time. I think we lived together maybe about a year. But like I said, through that year or so, we had my first kid. And since she didn't want to have no more kids, because that was her second kid. And I wasn't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Why would I stop? I just started. So she went on about her business, because she really was used to being with an older man. She was used to being with older men. And I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I was younger. I was like 3-4 years younger than her. And so she didn't want to be with me no longer. And I went on about my business, dog. It hurted me that she moved on and I didn't get to see my daughter no more. You know, I just went on to the next baby mama, dog. And like I said, I was out there in the streets hustling at the time. So it didn't really hurt me as bad, because within 2 years from my first baby mother, I had a son. I had my first son with my second baby mother, and we ended up having 2 kids together, 2 sons. So life kept on moving on, right? But like I said, it wasn't that bad for her, man. I checked her. I was close to her in her first couple of years. I was close to her. I basically had her every day. My mother would have her at night, and I would have her in the morning, because her mother wanted to party, but she always worked. I'm not gonna knock her, man. She always worked. She always either worked at a bar or worked somewhere, dog. But her life was a party life. You know what I'm saying? Her life was a party life. And she really didn't want no kids with her at that time, dog. So I had my daughter, like basically her first, I'd say basically after she was like about 6, after she was probably about almost a year. I say a year. I ain't gonna even say 6 months, 8 months. But that's when me and her mother was together during that time. But after she was like a year, I had her for like until she was about 2.5, man. I had her for like, yeah, I'd say a little before a year. I had her before a little before a year, and she was about 2.5. And I never took custody of her. I never even crossed my mind to do that. You know what I'm saying? I always, her mother used to always come and check on her. She used to always come and check on her. And I used to always, tear off a few ends because she had another kid as well. And sometimes she'll take her back for a week, but she'll always bring her back, to me. But after about 2.5 to 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years old, her mother just took off on us, man. She took off on us. And I didn't see her no more. I didn't see my daughter no more and probably until she was about 6. I think she was about 6 years old I seen her. And the only reason I seen her because my auntie rest in peace. One of my aunties was a social worker. And she used her job to look up the information to where my daughter was. So we found her like that. And I remember my second mother, my other auntie, which was the elder females in the family, was the elder female in the family. I remember she took me to Southwest. She took me to Southwest to find her. And that's where they was, over there in Mexican town. And I found her. And of course her mother wasn't doing so well. But she had a boyfriend though. She had a boyfriend, and I didn't care, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to check on my daughter. And so I took her with me. I took her with me for like 2 weeks. And I bought her some clothes. And I remember me and my second oldest brother, he took his son, and I took her to Chuck E. Cheese. This all the memories, man, they done took from me, man, from that damn building. But yeah, I remember we took them to Chuck E. Cheese, man, and during that 2 weeks I had her. So I think like another 2 years went by. And I didn't see her at all again until her mother showed up. Her mother showed up on my mother's front porch. Her mother showed up on my mother's front porch. And my mother wasn't home at that time. So me and her broke bread, and we had some we went to the store and we went and got some, I wasn't no drinker, but she was. But it was a nice sunny day outside, and we got some Red Stripes. Y'all know what Red Stripes? I think that's some beer, right? That was beer. So we got some Red Stripes, and we sat in the backyard. We sat in the backyard, man, and drunk the little red Stripes. And you already know where we ended up at, right? You already know where we ended up at. So we ended up in the bed, and she waited till my mother came home, and asked my mother, could she keep my oldest child, because she wasn't doing so great. And she wanted my mother to raise my oldest child until she got herself together, right, man? And my mother did. My mother opened her doors, and she helped raise my oldest child, which, like I said, she basically raised my oldest child. She took my oldest child everywhere she went. If she went to Georgia, she took that child with her. If she went on a trip, that child went with her, man. Everywhere she went to church, that child went with her. And for one moment, man, I ain't gonna even lie, for a moment, I don't think that child thought I was her daddy. Because, the same person was really like raising us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm grown, I'm raised, but to a mother, you ain't gonna never be grown, right? And my mother will always kind of like belittle me I ain't gonna blame it on her, but I'm just saying, far as being a daddy, she kind of like downplayed the daddy role because she'll always check me as a son. And not recognize that I was a daddy to my daughter, and she needed to respect me. And my daughter will always kind of like look, you know, she was kind of like, look, you know, like I was her brother. She would like look at me like I was her brother, but I'm your son. I'm your daddy. I'm not your brother. But anyway, I think that's what's messing with her head, man. Her mother passed on, rest her soul. It's been a while now. Can't even believe I'm this old. I believe she passed when she was 40, man, on her birthday. Yup, she passed when she was 40 on her birthday, man. In this wicked month of October, dog. In this wicked month of October, she passed on her birthday out partying with her boyfriend, and she was in a car accident, and her boyfriend was actually driving, and he wrapped the car around the pole. Thank God he dead himself now. Thank God he dead himself because I was really trying to get to his ass. Real talk, dog. And but he ended up being handicapped and crippled. He ended up being handicapped and crippled after that. But she passed. And the dirty thing about it was he left her body in the car, and he pulled her body to the driver's side, dog, as though if she was driving. So he wouldn't be empty, you know, so he wouldn't be involved. I can't even say the word, y'all, but he wouldn't be involved into the crash, dog. But I think they end up charging him anyway. But it wasn't so bad that he got time for it, man. It wasn't so bad he got time. But he was crippled. And he was handicapped. But that was like, shit, man. Man, that's 20 years ago, dog. I'm like, and she was 3-4 years older than me, and she passed when she was 40. So, yeah, man, that was like 20 years ago, dog. That was like 20 years ago. I'm just giving y'all a little background, dog, what I'm thinking, what my daughter going through. She kind of took advantage of her mother, too. You know, her mother was being the first. I ain't gonna say she was the first. She was the first white Mexican woman, white Spanish woman in our neighborhood, but she was the first one in our generation. All right, she was the first one in our generation. It was other women's that lived in the projects over my way that wasn't black. It wasn't that many though. It's like, I think it was one other family, and she was a German. And her husband was in the army, and they came from Germany. But in my generation, my baby mama was the first, person of not being of a black descendant that lived in the projects and that was hanging in my hood with myself in that era. So I think she took advantage of her mama because her mother was more. She was too damn friendly, put it like that. She ended up being too damn friendly, man. And I told her, I'm like, you can't be that damn friendly in this hood, dog. That ain't how this go. You can speak to anybody, but you can't let everybody in your front fucking door. You understand? You can speak to anybody because you're gonna see everybody maybe 5-10 times a day, but you can't let people in your front door. You cannot just become casual and cool with people as though if you don't grew up with their ass. And even people I don't grew up with, I let her know, man, it was only a selected group. It was only nor to say in my room, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. You just didn't get down like that, you know? And she was just too damn friendly, man, fucking with anybody. And she was a party girl, like I told you. She was a party girl, so that was mainly her mentality. She wanted to party. She went to like biker clubs. I don't know if she was. I'm coming, baby. I don't know if she was like a part of the club, but I think she was. She might have been a girlfriend or something, but I know she was part of a couple of these biker clubs, and she really kind of like she really kind of like got lost. She kind of like got lost when she went to her little biker clubs, because we wouldn't see her for like 3 days, dog. You wouldn't see her for like 3 days or so. And all I know, she kind of like took advantage of her mama being a child of mixed race, being black, Mexican, and having white descent in her as well. I think she took advantage of her mother because her mother was kind of like scared to check her. So anytime she had problems with my oldest daughter, she'll call me, man. She'll call me. And of course I come running. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete, so I come running. Well, I was a young athlete then. I probably can't do it now. But I come running, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I jog my ass over there and I handle my business and I check my daughter real hard. You know what I'm saying? I check her ass. And I was the discipliner there. You know, I was the one disciplining her. So she ended up having kids when she was young. She didn't finish high school. She ended up having kids when she was young, before she even got out of high school. She ended up going to juvenile when she was young. They called that what they call that shit when we went to court? Oh, incorrigible. They called it incorrigible. Because they call it incorrigible because a child ain't listening to their they're not listening to their parents, and they're acting like they're grown. Yeah, they're acting like they're grown. So they called it incorrigible. And I think she just took advantage of all that, dog. I think she just took advantage of all that. She been acting silly and giggling. All her life. I'm like, when you gonna stop giggling, man? When you gonna act like a damn adult? You know what I'm saying? When you gonna stop partying? When you gonna stop just allowing everybody in your door? That's why I wasn't that close to my daughter as I should be, because she always let anybody in her door, dog. She would let, man, I mean, it'd be so many niggas in the crib. I ain't had time for that shit. Niggas up in there with guns. She getting boyfriends killed. I ain't never heard no shit like that. But yeah, boyfriends coming up dead. No, I ain't have time for that shit, man. So I used to just check on her. But I never really like, spent as much time as I wanted to with her. So because of the way she was acting, man, And I just think it's a generational curse going out here, dog, because I never gave up on my kids, dog. But I see my daughter gave up on hers. And she got plenty of kids out here, dog. And even though every family that she had the kids by, they got the kids. Either the daddy got the kids, or the family got the kids. She ain't got the kids though, right? She ain't got the kids. And it ain't important how old she is. She a grown ass woman, man. And I got grown kids. I told y'all this, dog. I'm a grown ass man, right? I'm 60 years old. I started having kids when I was in my early 20s, all right? So you figure that out for yourself, dog. Anyway, I'm gonna check my kids. I don't give a fuck how old they get, man. I don't care how old they get. My mama still check me today. All right? And I'm pushing 60. So if my mama can check me, I can check my kids. I don't give a F what age they is. All right? So anyway, like I said, man, I done got off my thought, but like I said, I think it's a generational curse because she took advantage of her mother passing on. And when her mother passed on, she got her mother project, right? And that's where the distance really became even further and further, man, with me and her. Not to say she moved in with her first baby daddy. She moved in with her first baby daddy in the projects. Grown ass man. I try to get his ass locked up, dog. I try to get him locked up. I wanted to kill his butt, but she already had a kid with his ass, and end up having two with him. But I tried to get his ass locked up because he was a grown ass man. But her mother wouldn't stand with me, and the police didn't give me my rights. Just for me to check my daughter, dog. I'm gonna tell you how racist it was, even in those times, even within the 90s. I'm gonna tell you how racist it was. I had to carry around my parental right papers. I had to go to front of the court. And get my parental right papers. That's proving that you somebody parent, right? And get my parental right papers, because every time I check my daughter out there in the streets, the police will get involved. She'll try to get the police involved, or the police will get involved. And they'll act like I'm not her father because she was lighter than me, because she was lighter skinned than me, right? I'm like, man, get the F on with that crap, dog. That's my daughter, dog. You disrespected me. So I had to go get my parental right papers from front of the court just to walk around with me every day to check my own damn daughter, dog. All right, let me go get these kids, man. Y'all see where I'm coming with, though, man. Like I said, I think it's a generational curse out here. And I think these kids taking advantage of a lot of things, dog. And they're not stepping up and being responsible as other generations being before them, all right? They're not being responsible as other generations being before them. They're trying to take the easy way out. They're trying to take the easy route out and still point fingers to their parents or their elders or whoever raised them, man. You know, whoever was their guardian. And all I'm trying to tell y'all, dog, is as a parent, man, you can't never stop caring for your kids. So, like I said, I'm gonna have to figure this one out. But I think what I'm gonna do is write her judge, and after I write her judge, well, I'm gonna try to do that today too. I'm gonna write her judge. I'm gonna call her probation officer. I'm gonna call her probation officer because she actually on the tailer, dog. She actually on the tailer. She supposed to be in rehab. She supposed to have been in Salvation Army rehab. That's where they had her at last. At last that I know, they had her in Salvation Army rehab. And then next thing you know, I goes up there with my two kids, right? I goes up there with my two babies because I goes up there to give her some money, right? I goes up there to give her some money. And they try to tell me that my daughter wasn't there no more. They like, well, she ain't here no more. I can't tell you where she went. I'm like, okay, can I leave the money with you? The guy was actually trying to take my money from me at one moment. And then he was like, no, I ain't gonna take it, man. The whole damn time, they done released her back out to the streets. Okay, open the door, baby. So they done released her back to the streets. And I'm on a live. Okay, what? I'm on a live. Okay. Okay, with your big smile. I love your smile. I love your smile. Give me my mooches. Mwah. Ooh, you stink like Coco Coco. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, that's why you was, ooh. I knew it too, but I didn't want to deal with you. We got to change you anyway. Ooh, you got caca everywhere, kid. Oh, caca, baby. Caca, baby. I see, baby. I see. Oh, what color? You see all the trees? You see the trees turning colors? Yeah. All right, stop now. I gotta take it off. Baby, give me some wipes. Ooh, I need some wipes. Yeah, we need some wipes. We need a bag. Man, okay. Huh? Just don't touch the phone. Let me put my work in with you. Come here. Take this off. Take this off. Y'all take your shirt off. Take your onesie off. Just take your diaper off. Whoa, Lord mercy. Hey, hush up. Let me do this with her. Lord mercy. I want my baba. Hey, calm down, sister love. Can I do her first? Yeah, you. All right, then. Just wait. You gotta wait your turn. Don't turn that back on yet. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Don't turn it back on yet. I might put her in the tub. Let's go in the tub. Okay. Let's go in the tub. You come with me. Come on. Come on, come on. Because I don't want you touching that. Come on. Let's go. Let's go in the tub. She gotta get rest. She gotta get rest off. Come on, come on. Woo. Come on. Woo. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Woo. Tiger baby. They call you Tiger baby. They call you Tiger baby. Calm down, I got her red, not your red. Stay with me. I know what you up to. That's right. Tell them. They stay with us. No, you leave that alone. That ain't yours. Leave that alone. Come on. Let's get stopped. I gotta wash off. Touch your mouth. Touch your mouth. Shouldn't be a cocker baby. 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 That's why I'm cleaning it. Because she got me. You see your hands, Dr. Baby. What? What you got? No, you got on house.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Feel better? You gotta get out now. Hello? Where you at? Where you at? Come here. Come here. Stop playing with me. Come on, Charlie. Come on, let's go. Don't you watch out. Where's her towel at? Where's her towel? Here you go. All right.
Okay.
Let me see you. Come here. Let me see what you done did. All right, you next. You get ready. Don't sit down nowhere. You next. Ah. It's all right, baby. Toilet paper. That's toilet paper.
Okay.
Yeah, I was using it to blow my nose.
One more?
My nose.
Okay.
That better, baby? That better?
Why is that water?
Cocker baby.
Why is that water?
I had water. I can't have no water. I can't have no water. I gotta ask you for everything. I gotta check into you first before I do anything. I don't think so. You can't even do it like I can do it. I ain't got to check into you. I ain't got to check into you before I do something. Right? Right, baby. Yeah, there you go. Got to check into her before I do something. Well, wear a diaper at? Let's get you back together. And I got your Wednesday over here somewhere. Go look for it. All right, y'all. Y'all see my daddy duty calling me, man. But yeah, anyway, man, it's a generational curse out here, man. We gotta keep our kids close to our bosom. Stop right now. And we can't give up on them. We can't give up on them, dog. Because they actually out here thinking that they know something. They don't know a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So y'all heard what I'm gonna do for mine. I gotta do it, man, to save her life. I gotta do it to save her life. If not, man, she'll be the next one out here getting murdered or dying from an OD or anything to that effect. And when you done seen 2 kids in a casket, I got enough of that shit, man. I got enough of kids passing before me. And like I said, I can hold whatever on my shoulder I have to hold, because I'm built like that. I come from a generation. I come from thoroughbred. I come from thoroughbreds and God-fearing people, man. So my DNA is hellable. All right, my DNA is hellable, dog. And I know who I am more than anything. I thank God for that too. I thank my parents. I thank for my parents for always letting me know who I was. And a lot of people don't know who they are. So I thank my parents for always letting me know who I was and knowing my history and knowing about my people, man, and knowing about all our achievements. And good or bad, man, happy or sad. I love who I am. And I want my kids to love themselves as well. I'm out of here, man. Everybody have a blessed day in the best way, man. I'm Nitty, baby. D-City, straight gritty, no pity. You already know how we get it. It's a woody whoop whoop day in the best way, baby. You love repeating that to your daddy, don't you? Yeah. And have a blessed day. And we'll see y'all later, man. Yeah. Deuces, baby. Nitty family. We out. CWG, you rock. I see.
Bye-bye.
I see you, FDS.
Hey.
I'll stop, baby. I see you, Mary Barnes. Yeah, I see you, Miss.
Bye-bye.
I see you, Miss Mary Barnes.
Bang.
I see you.
See ya.
Is that Roll?
What?
Roll ROLL.
Hey.
Yeah, I see you, Roll. I see you, Fred. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, doing what you do, and listening to my sad butts speak about my kids, dog. I just want to let y'all know, man, that parents don't got being a parent. It don't come with a certain age. People can say, yeah, they grown, let them do what they want, man. But things got a way of coming back to your own ass. If they out here doing too much, hush them out. If they out here doing too much, things got a way of coming back to haunt other people in their family, dog. So you got to put a butt to it. You got to check people, dog, in this hood. You can't just let your kids run rapid. But I'm going to pray on it. And like I said, I'm going to write the judge, as well as talk to her PO, as well as be up in court when she go to court. So I can tell my side of the story, why I want her ass locked up, why I want her locked up. And hopefully I can save her life, man. Hopefully I can save her life, because enough is enough. Everybody have a blessed day in the best way. I'm Nitty, baby. D-City, straight gritty, no pity. It's hard work out here, baby. Yeah. Do your push-ups. Say your prayers. Drink your water. Do whatever you got to do, dog, to make sure yourself, to make sure you stay strong. And you keep yourself within faith, dog. Keep yourself within faith. In God name, in God Yahweh name, in God's Son's name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hit the X, baby.
Yeah, bye-bye.
You did, bye-bye. See you, bye-bye. Mwah. Mwah. Now hit the X. X? You ain't hit it good enough. Hit the X. Oh, there you go. Now hit the X again. Did you get it? Okay, now hit it. Okay. We finna go, y'all. See y'all. Deuces, baby. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe.
Okay.
And do you. Do you, baby. You beautiful.